Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Naisha if you're new here, and in today's video we are going to be doing a back to school face. So I know you're saying to yourself, but Naisha, you don't go to school. No, I do not. I don't even go to work. I'm a stay-at-home mom. But you know, we're in that time, kids are going back to school, parents are going out into the offices, and now we have to go back to that hustle and bustle of getting everybody ready in the morning and rushing out the door. So I thought it would be a perfect time to sort of update the 10-minute mommy on the go face, as well as give you some tips and tricks for getting your makeup done in under 10 minutes. What are the type of products that you need? Everything fits into this one little bag. We get to do our face in 10 minutes or less and we're out the door. Or if you want to do it in your car, you want to do it at your desk, you want to do it on the train, that's what we're going to do, because we're going to be done in under 10 minutes. Now, I am blabbing my way through this video, so it does take longer than 10 minutes, but essentially if it was just me and the stuff and doing my makeup, I will be done in less than 10 minutes, and you will too. The products that we're going to be using is from the Lip Bar. It is called their Fast Face. So on their website they put together an entire collection of products, and it's called the Fast Face. It includes their skin tint, a concealer, an eyebrow pencil, a face palette, and a lip gloss. 5 products, and it's for $65. And then right now, if you buy the Fast Face, you get the bag. It comes all in this convenient bag, as well as a free brush. And I'm going to use the brush to do my face as well. I did have to add a couple things to it for my preference. Like, I like to have my face set, so I did add like a setting powder, a setting spray, brow gel, and a mattifying primer, because I'm oily and these are the things that I need for my skin to not go crazy. You may not need it. I also added a mascara. You may not need these products. If you have long beautiful lashes, you don't need mascara, don't add it. If you have drier skin and you don't need to set your products, then don't get the setting spray. If you have beautiful poreless skin, then you don't need a mattifying primer. You know, just customize it to what you need. The products all come in the bag, but there's enough room for you to add a little bit of extra stuff, so you can customize it to be exactly how you need it. And I did, and we came up with this easy 10-minute mommy on the go face. And this is typically what I would wear running out the house with the girls, taking them to wherever they need to go, the supermarket, the mall, just running out, doing everyday errands. And this is actually what I used to wear when I was going out every day into the office. And you never know, I might be doing that again pretty soon. So, you know, we gotta get back into practice. But yeah, I'm just kidding. This is pretty much what I used to wear going into the office. It's nice, it's easy, it's quick, and it gets the job done. It does what it needs to do. So if you're interested in seeing how I used the Lip Bar Fast Face, as well as a couple other products, to get a back to school mommy on the go 10 minutes or less face, please keep on watching. Okay, so since this is going to be our fast face, we're going to do this fast, quick, and in a hurry. We're going to start off with our primer. I'm going to use this Neutrogena It Matters Mattifying Primer Stick, and it's just a stick that you roll up like this. And I like to just get it right really in my T-zone to help mattify it, especially my nose area and my chin. Okay, once I have that all kind of rubbed in, I'm just going to go in with my fingers, spread it out a little bit, make sure there are no chunky areas. Alright, and now we're going to dive right into our Fast Face bag. First thing we're going to do is our eyebrows. So in the set, we get the exact arch micro brow pencil, and I have the color black brown. So it has a spoolie on one end, and then it's a pointy, one of those really tiny pencils on the other side. It's a nice color for my hair, dark cool tone brown. So we're going to spoolie through the hair first, and I'm going to outline it with the pencil. I have another Lip Bar eyebrow product that has like the pencil on one side and the gel on the other side. Really love that one. But for today, since we're just doing this fast face, I'm just going to use a pencil to fill in my brow shade. And then at the front, we're going to do our hair-like strokes. Then brush through it with the spoolie so it doesn't look too chunky and clunky. Since a lot isn't going on with like the eyeshadow and it's a really quick look, you can do your eyebrows after, but you know, it's just such a habit for me to do it first. See, and that fills in the eyebrow really, really nice. We can clean up later with some concealer if you have the time, but it's really easy and it can give you a really precise brow look. Okay, so here we have the brows done. That was nice and quick and easy. Looks nice and hair-like, and look like all of a sudden we have brows, and that's what we need, and that took just a couple seconds. Okay, next we're gonna go in with the Just a Tint 3-in-1 tinted skin conditioner, and I have the color Honey Dip. So I'm going to use this brush. This is the Fast Face brush. Normally you have to pay for it, but right now if you buy this Fast Face bundle, you get the brush for free. So since they gave us the brush, let's use the brush. So I'm going to take the skin tint, I'm going to put some on the back of my hand. According to the Lip Bar website, you can do this entire Fast Face in 7 minutes. And I can definitely see that happening once you're not blabbing like I am. So I'm going to use this angle side of the brush. I'm going to dip right into the skin tint and just go onto the skin. This is a really good color for me. I'm usually not the biggest fan of doing my foundations, etc. with a brush because I feel like it leaves a streak. But I guess if you do more of a pouncing motion like this, it works. Okay, so far this is what it looks like on the skin. It gives really nice coverage. It's a really good color. Looks nice and luminous still. Pretty good coverage for a skin tint. And I guess the good thing about using the brush is I actually can go around my brows so I don't destroy them after I went ahead and did them first. Okay, so here you can see my half of my face with the tint. Basically just looks like my skin is like really nice and clear, perfect, luminous, which we know is not. And then there's the other side where you can see all of my blemishes. So far I really like the look of this skin tint. So I'm just going to put a little bit more and we'll finish up the face. Okay, so here it is all blended out. Again, you still see the luminosity of it. It did a really good job of covering up my blemishes that I had over here. Really good color for me. It looks really nice and healthy. We're going to set it because, you know, I'm oily, so I have to set things. Speaking of which, I was actually thinking of doing a video for us oily girls. If I did a full face of cream products without setting it, could I pull it off? This is definitely a product I cannot pull off unless it dries down. So far it hasn't dried down at all. It still looks pretty luminous. I guess we will see as I continue to move along. Okay, the third product that we get in the set is the Quick Conceal Caffeine Concealer. Wake up your beauty routine and conceal your blemishes with our caffeine concealer. And I have the color Cinnamon 400. I think they picked the color for you based on the color skin tint that you pick. So this is the concealer, pretty good color, a little bit lighter than the skin tint. So we're just gonna go in the usual places, under my eye. It's a pretty nice, not too thick formula. I really like the doe foot, although I feel like the little handle thing is a little short for me. I like things to be a little bit longer because I have big hands. So it just feels a little bit awkward holding this little square thing. But I mean, it's not the end of the world. So far the formula looks really nice. I'm also going to put a dab on my eyelids because my eyelids, I have like the dark circles as well as you can see my veins, and I don't like that. So we're going to put a little bit up there. And then I'm going to use the same brush, the foundation side, and blend in the concealer. Normally I go ahead and do cream bronzer while the concealer dries down a little bit, but we're gonna see how this works not having dried down. You can see it still has really good coverage. It looks really luminous. It's a really good color for my skin tone and goes really well with the skin tint. And blending it in with this brush is making it pretty easy. Okay, so here it is all blended out. This looks really nice, gives really good coverage. Again, nice and luminous, nice and skin-like. We're gonna have to set this down, but so far this looks really nice, blends out really nicely, has good coverage, good color for my skin tone. Okay, that's it for the cream products. Let's start using some powders, girl. All right, so the first powder I'm going to use, this doesn't come in the set. This is one of the things that I'm going to add just for me. I like to have a loose powder. This is the Wet n Wild Photo Focus powder in banana. You can use any setting powder. This is just the one that I grabbed. So I'm just going to set my under eyes. I really like this powder because as you can see how nicely it just sinks right in. You don't see any powder basically just hanging around. It just sinks right in. And you get a really big package. And I believe this is maybe anywhere between $11.99 and $15.99. And you know, you can always catch a sale like I do. Speaking of sales, by the time this video goes up, the sale will be over. But if you are an Ultra, Platinum, or Diamond member, there's a 10-time point sale going on right now. So essentially for every dollar you spend, you get 10 times the points. So of course I made a purchase and I'll show you guys that haul when it comes in. But I spent $170 and I got about 1,400 points, which equates to, I want to say like $60 or $70. So that's basically how much money I got back from my purchase. So that's a good 40% off. And some of the things I bought were already on sale. Tell you, whenever I shop, I need some sort of sale, point, something, or else I don't feel good. I don't feel satisfied. Anyway, let me just get my eyelids. I gotta set my eyelids because they are also greasy. Everywhere on me is greasy. I'm greasy everywhere. Also, let me point out, if I wasn't talking so much to the camera, I would have been done in 7 minutes. But of course, because I'm yapping away, it's taking a little bit longer. Okay, so there we have most of the face set down with the banana powder. Love this powder. Still gives you, even though the skin is set and is not as luminous as it was before, it still gives you a very nice skin-like, you see the glow, skin-like sort of finish. Now for the rest of the face, we're going to go in my favorite part of the set, which is the, what is this called? The Stuntin' Minute Finish Face Palette. Love the name of that. So it has 4 colors and I love their packaging. I love this whole cutout situation here. So there are 4 colors in here. So the colors will be different depending on the shade of foundation that you pick. So this is the one that I got based on the skin tint that I picked. So we have the face. This is the face powder called Young Stunner. The blush is called Bling Bling. The highlight is called So Icy. I'm gonna have to say this looks on my skin. It might be a little too deep, but you know, we'll see. I'm sure it'll give us some shine. And then the contour is called Flossin'. We're gonna switch brushes and I'm gonna take this sort of tapered powder brush. This is a Sephora Pro Precision powder. I'm gonna go into the face powder, load it up on the brush. Ooh. It's pretty dusty. And then I'm just gonna dust over the rest of my entire face. Now, if you don't want your under eyes to be like super bright or have like that sort of highlighted effect, like I like, then you can just use this face powder to set the concealer under your eyes and be done with it. But again, because I like a slightly highlighted look, I went in with the banana powder. But again, this powder also gives a nice skin-like finish, not too matte, still looks like skin. You guys know I say that all the time, like that's what I like, that's what I go for, that's what I want to see. For contour, I'm going to go in with this side of the Fast Face brush. I'm just going to take a little bit of this contour. I don't want it to be too heavy. I'm just going to give myself a little bit of definition. It's a pretty deep color and it looks like it's going to be built up. I'm trying to keep it light though. I'm not trying to be too crazy with the contour. It's a pretty neutral color. If you use a big fluffy brush and really diffuse it out, it'll just act as a bronzer. I think this will also work really well on deeper skin tones than mine because it's pretty deep. Get a little bit on the nose. And this is a fast face. We don't need anything too crazy. Then same brush. If you want to wipe it off, you can wipe it off a little bit. I'm going to go into the blush. Hit the cheeks. That's a really pretty blush. I love orange blushes. Really good pigment. And I like to go from my apples all the way up to my eyebrows. I don't know why people are saying that, you know, just keep your blush all the way up here and it shouldn't be on your apples. I feel like putting it on the apples brings my face in. Maybe it's just me, and I also feel like it looks a little bit more youthful. I mean, that's just me. That's just me, how I like to do my face. And I love blush. I love seeing blush. That's why I always go a little heavy on the blush. And that's why, like, I pull it in the front so I can see it, and I really do feel like it pulls my face in. Now my face looks a little bit even, I have an oval face and it looks even more narrow. And that's what I like. Now we're gonna grab some of the highlight. I have this, it's my Rare BH Cosmetics brush, and we're gonna go into the highlight and hit the tops of the cheeks. Oh, this is giving me some nice highlight. I was worried it would be too dark, but no, this is working. There's some reflex in there that are really nice and shiny. Then I'm going to go back with my powder brush and kind of dust over everything. Make sure everything is well blended. Before we set the face, I actually want to do a little bit on the eyes. So I'm going to use the same exact palette and we're going to do a quick and easy eye look. You know, just these two colors in the crease, a little bit of the blush in the crease, and then the highlight on the inner corner, a little bit on the lid. Real nice and easy. So I'm going to start with a big fluffy brush in the contour. I'm just going to put that in the crease. Give our eyes some definition. This can be as deep as you want. You can keep building it up if you want it to be a little bit more standout. If you're like me and you just want to have like a little bit of definition, then you can just, you know, keep it right around here. Same brush, we're going to go into the blush and we're going to go a little bit in the crease. Gives a little bit of cohesiveness, you know, tying in with the blush on the face. And it just gives like a tiny bit of color on the eyes. Right in the crease, just a little bit. Next, I'm just going to go with my finger on the highlight and tap that onto the lid. Just to give us a little bit of brightness on there, a little bit of light. Just tap it all over the lid. And then if you have time and you want to be a little bit extra, you're going to take a little bit of that highlight. I'm going to put it in the inner corner. And a little bit on the brow bone. Then we're just going to smudge the darkest contour color on the lower lash line. This part is not that necessary, but if you're like me, my eyes I feel like are pretty huge. And they need a little bit of a shadow on the lower lash line. And that's it for the eye look. According to my monitor, that took 3 minutes. And that's the longest part of this entire thing. Alright, so now that we have we're pretty much done with the face. We are going to set. So this is another product that I would add to the fast face, and that would be your setting spray. This is my favorite, the Milani Make It Last. This is like the big ball look. I'm more than halfway through it. I use this almost every day. We're going to set our face. Okay, so I went ahead and I did some mascara. This one that I'm wearing, let me put my coat on. This one that I'm wearing is the Lash Paradise. It's one of my favorite drugstore mascaras. It has a drier formula. It looks really nice on my itty bitty lashes. People say it's a dupe for the Too Faced Better Than Sex. I don't see that, but it's really nice on the lashes. So we have that, and then the last thing we do is our lip. And for lips, you get to choose whichever lip color that you wanted, and I chose In Charge, which is a nice sort of chocolatey brown gloss with some gold reflex. We're trying to get out the door. Just want a nice quick gloss. This is a lot more metallic than I thought it was gonna be. I don't mind it. This gloss is giving me all of the fall vibes, very 90s as well. You know, feel free to do like a lip liner if you want it to be a little bit more defined. I'm fine with it just like this. And basically, this is our fast face. I'm done. I'm ready to run out the door with the kids. Let me just do something with this hair and I'll be right back. Okay, and I am back. I just gotta fix up my edges a little bit. I left my hair up because, in all honesty, with a fast face, 5-minute, 10-minute face like this, my hair is gonna be up in a bun, pulled back. There's not gonna be any dramatic hair going on. I mean, if that's you, if you know, do like some night rollers and you have your hair like out and beautiful, like, that's all well and fine. Me, I am the pull my hair up in a bun, up top of my head, if I'm in a hurry and on the go. So, in terms of this set, do I love it? Yes. If you know me, if you've been on this channel before, you know I love me a good 5-10 minute face. Now, while this doesn't have everything that you need, of course you need to add a couple more things to kind of suit your preferences. I still think this is a really good set, and I think this is something that's really good to throw in your bag on your way to work, to have in the car. For me, I'm a stay-at-home mom right now, but I am going to go back into the working world pretty soon, and I think this everything that I used today would be perfect for me, all in one bag, and is either something I'm going to do for 5-7 minutes in the morning before I'm out the door with the girls, or in the car before I go into the office, that type of situation. This whole set makes it very, very easy. If you're a type of person where you don't want to kind of go shopping individually for all these products and you want it to be all curated for you, this is a really, really good set for that. If you're a person like me and you have a really large makeup collection, I can really go through and just grab all these things together, put it into a bag, and that can be my fast face. Again, if you've been on my channel before, you know I love using sort of all-in-one palettes. I'm always using cheek palettes on my eyes because it can give you basically have like a full eyeshadow look without eyeshadow. If you're interested in seeing me kind of pull together a nice, affordable drugstore version of this kit where you can fit it all into one bag and basically do your makeup at your desk, in the car, on the train, 5 minutes before you walk out the door, everything is in this one little bag, let me know. I can always do that for you. I'll probably do it on Instagram, so check that out. Follow me. My Instagram is always linked down below. I will talk about putting together a back to school 10-minute mommy on the go bag of makeup. But in the meanwhile, if you want to, you know, sort of splurge and pay the $65, right now you are getting the brush for free. I really did enjoy the brush. It did a really good job with the creams and putting on the foundation and the concealer, and then this is a really nice size to be able to do. I could have even done my highlighter with this brush. You can pretty much do all of the powders with this brush. The face powder dusting all over your face will be a little bit tedious with this small brush, but you can do it. You can do anything you put your mind to, let's just say that. Another thing I do want to point out is while the foundation and everything did match my skin tone pretty well, I did spend the entire weekend at the beach, so I am a little bit tanned. So I'm not sure if I'll be able to use this like in the winter months when things gonna go back to normal, but for now, for the rest of the summer, I'm definitely gonna be rocking this. And yeah, so I really do like the skin tint. It was a really nice formula, nice luminous. It really did set down nice and still left a nice skin like glow. I don't know how long it's gonna last on my oily skin. It is 5 o'clock. I'm probably gonna have this on till about 9, which is not a very long time, but that's how long I'm gonna wear it, and I'll see how it looks on the skin, and I'll probably leave it in the description box how it wore. But it's a really nice formula, not too thick, really good coverage, pretty decent coverage for a skin tint. It's a really nice color and undertone for my skin right now. Really like the concealer. I really like the formula of this. My under eyes look really nice concealed. There's not a lot of creasing going on. I like the doe foot. I like the formula. I like the color. Just that the little cap is a little small for me to hold with my big old hands, but it's a really nice concealer. The eyebrow pencil, really nice, really pigmented, very it went on to the skin without skipping, without leaving, you know, any spaces. We didn't have any problems. It really did stick onto the skin. Gives me really nice pigment, a nice color to go with my hair color as well, so I really enjoyed that. Nice and thin. I like that. I like thinner eyebrow pencils. The lip gloss was a little bit deeper than I expected. I'm not really the biggest fan of like metallic lip glosses. It looks nice. It's giving me a really nice glossy lip, so we like that. I could finish it off with a lip liner, but I think it's pretty fine, just giving my lips a nice sort of a 90s glow. This is going to be a really good gloss for the fall. And then lastly, the palette. This is my favorite thing, of course. You know, I love cheek palettes. I love multi-purpose, multi-use. I love the packaging. These colors work really well for my skin tone. This highlight is not super bright and crazy, but again, this is a fast everyday face. It works really well on the eyelids. Love me an orange blush. I can wear orange blush every day, all day. This powder looked really nice on my skin as well. It didn't deepen anything up. It's not very pigmented. It has a little bit of color to it, but it's not very pigmented. And the contour, nice neutral contour. I think for a bronze, the fact I can mix both of these colors and it'll give me a nice bronzy look as well, if that's what I'm going for. But this is a really nice contour, and I feel like it can be built up for even deeper skin tones than mine, you know, when I'm not completely tanned. But I really, really love this palette. Love all-in-one palettes, multi-use palettes. That's definitely my jam, and I love this. I love the lip bar formulas. Their powder formulas are really nice and creamy and pigmented. I really like that as well, so definitely love this. And again, I love that this all comes in this really convenient, beautiful pouch. And then there's still enough room, for example, for me to put in the mascara, the powder. It's a pretty big powder. I mean, they're smaller. They're small powders that you can use, but it fits in perfectly, the powder. Then we have the primer. I did use a brow gel, so we can put that in. And then lastly, the setting spray. Now this is the Big Daddy setting spray. The other, I don't think this is sold anymore. The regular Milani Make It Last is more about this size, and that will fit perfectly into the space that's left in the bag. So basically you put the Make It Last, the smaller one, and the brush in the bag, and that is everything you need to do your face. What might you want to add? A blending brush if you want to do the eyeshadow, because you can do all the eyeshadow with one small blending brush. And that's it. That's your whole face. You can have this in your purse, at your desk, in your car, and you know, should something come up and you need to get your face done in a hurry, you have your fast face. So I really do like this. I really do like the convenience of it, and I like the concept of it. You know, it's not entirely new, but I do like it. And I do like the fact that I think the price has gone down, because as far as I remember, when I first looked into this a while ago, the fast face was $100. I was like, oh, I like this, I like the concept, but $100 is just a little bit too much. But since it's gone down to $65 and you get the free brush, I thought it was a pretty good deal. And of course they have Afterpay if you don't want to pay it all upfront. You know, I love me some Afterpay. But yeah, that's it. This is my fast face, a mommy on the go, back to school, back to the office, back to work look. Less than 10 minutes. We look nice and put together. So you let me know down in the comments, what do you think of this 10-minute mommy on the go look? What do you think about the products? Let me know if you want to see on my Instagram of me putting this together with more drugstore affordable products. That's it. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up. Please subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.